and tries to change the date of a performance. So I, 19F, have been helping as a student teacher at my dance studio for a few years now, and I've met a few entitled people here and there, but this one really takes the cake. Just a note that this happened a few years ago when I was around 16 or 17 and COVID wasn't around. I have a student, maybe around 8 years old, in a junior ballet class. I will call her Nice Kid in case, since she's actually really sweet. Her mom EM is not. I could probably write a few more stories on what her mom has done, but I'll just stick to this one for now. Anyways, it's around performance season, and my studio had just confirmed the performance date for the performance. In my dance studio, there are windows outside of the studio so that parents can watch their kids from the lobby. I see him waiting outside, and I was a bit shocked since she was often 5 to 10 minutes late to pick up her kid. I guessed that she just wanted to buy some tickets for the show, so I smiled at her and continued teaching my class. When class ended, I saw her talking to some other parents before spotting me and walking over to me. The conversation that happens goes as follows. "Hello, can I chat with you about the performance for a bit?" Me, of course. "Are you buying tickets, or just have questions about how things will work?" No. I wanted to talk about the date of the performance. I can't make it." Me, "Oh no, that sucks. If you want, we offer digital copies for parents who can't make it. It costs a little less than the tickets too." No. I want to be able to see my NK perform on a stage. Unfortunately, I can't do anything about that. The only options we have are either to purchase tickets or a DVD copy. Can't you change the date? I really want to watch NK. It's not that hard. Me, no, because the stage has already been paid for and booked, and many parents have already bought tickets. What would you know about this? You're just a teenager. Let me speak to the owner. Aside and call my boss. I'll call him B. Already know that the M will lose because B is scary when he wants to be. I quickly tell him what happened, and he took her to an empty studio to chat with her. I don't know what he said, but it ended with her angrily fuming and dragging NK out of the building. The week after, she bought a ticket for the performance. I asked her why she couldn't originally, and you want to know why she couldn't attend the performance. She had a hair appointment. I was a little shocked that she had made me argue with her over a hair appointment, but didn't say anything. I don't really know if this counts as being entitled, but I think it is.
Entitled and tries to grab me, so I push her into the pool. Background: 17, trans male, live in a rural part of Quebec with my mother and sisters. Story: this happened last week and I wanted to post it here. I had gotten my COVID vaccine yesterday and my arm was very sore from it, and it hurted when someone touched it. Saturday was my cousin's birthday. Keep in mind that he's 10. My aunt, our entitled parent, wanted everything to be perfect for her son. My mother and I were invited, and I had no choice but to follow. Now, something you should know is that my aunt is homophobic, transphobic, religious, and an overall nasty woman. So we arrived at the party. It was a hot summer day, so it was a pool party. The party was gorgeous, beautiful decorations, cake, and snacks. When my aunt notices us and came to see my mother and I, it was clear she didn't recognize me at first. Hey, who's this? Mom, this is Azar, but we call him. Insert my new name. She looked disgusted at the fact that I was no longer a girl, making a nasty remake at my clothes and hair. I was polite and said I was glad to see her when I wasn't, and went to see my other cousin. We'll call him Ginger, who is the same age as me and not like his mother. Later at around 3, the party is fine and everything is okay. I can tell my aunt was staring at me in disgust, but I brushed it off. I was sitting by the pool watching the kids play when I heard that dreaded, "Excuse me, Azar." I look behind me and see my aunt standing over me. Hey, do you need anything? Yes, I want you to put this dress on and stop distracting the kids, she said as she handed me a tacky pink dress. Yeah, sorry, but I'm not gonna do that, I replied as I put the dress on the nearby chairs. Azar, you really shouldn't be out dressed like that in front of children. Keep in mind, I was wearing shorts that stopped at my knees and a t-shirt. I don't have to listen to you, I said, trying to go find my mom. Remember when I said my arm hurt a lot because of my vaccine? Well, A grabs right where I was vaccinated and squeezes. I yelp in pain, screaming for her to let go. She doesn't and keeps yelling how I'm a sin and I'm going to hell for this. I eventually free my arm and push out of reflex. She stumbles back into the pool and falls in, dressed in makeup on. She comes up and yells at me that I'm a monster and that I am damned for hell. My mom comes over having seen the whole thing and tell my aunt that we're leaving. According to Ginger, after we left, my aunt sulked the whole party and said I ruined her day. Keep in mind, it was her child's birthday party, not hers.
AIM supports free-range parenting. Are you sure about that? Disclaimer: this happened to my uncle, so I'm paraphrasing here. Also, on mobile and non-English speaker. So my uncle was in line to pay for his groceries. There were two lines. He was in one and the people involved were at the other, as an elderly lady was paying. There was a kid behind her who was really impatient and kept pushing his cart into her legs. He was with his mother, and last in line there was a man. "Lady, hey, is it possible for you to stop? It's hurting me." She repeated this several times, but the kid kept going. She turned to his mother, who seemed very unbothered, and only looked at her phone. "Lady, can you tell him it's not okay to slam his cart into strangers' legs? It's really hurting me." The mother just looked at her and said, "I believe in free-range parenting," and turned back to her phone. Not knowing what to do, the elderly lady just turned around. The man behind her, on the other hand, had a six-pack of beers in his hand. He grabbed one, opened it, and started pouring the beer on her head. "Yup," she yelled, "what are you doing?" He just smiled and said, "I was raised with free-range parenting." I do not know what happened afterwards, but I found it hilarious. She got what she deserved.
That's my llama balloon bitch. My husband and I just had a baby. It's my birthday this weekend, and we're both exhausted, so we're keeping things basic. But my husband insisted I have at least a birthday balloon. Usually we decorate a little for each other's birthday, but this year we're foregoing that. So we go to a local card shop, and I choose a helium balloon in the shape of a llama. We tie it to the baby pram and go outside, where we encounter a couple with their child, maybe 4 to 5 years old, and the child is holding a plain pink balloon. The child sees my balloon and wants it. She tries to grab it but can't reach the pram's handle. The mother then insists we switch balloons as her kid clearly wants it and my baby is too young for a balloon. Said it's my birthday balloon. And the mother said, even better, you won't mind giving it to my child, as she grabs the string and moves to untie it. My husband has enough, pushes the mother away, and says deadpan, "That's my llama balloon bitch." The end.
Check out my other superb videos.